All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So it says, new things do I declare, before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Right.
I propose putting an end to anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment, because it is facilitating the use of bots, and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions. Such an anomaly cannot continue. In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity, because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities will be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold them responsible. Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech, it is an essential complement to it. On social media user, or it's much better to say, one social media user, one real ID. This is the only way to really ensure that minors do not access inappropriate content, that people who commit crimes are banned or prosecuted from social networks, and that the millions of...
Right, and it says in Amos chapter 8, verse 11, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Now, it says right here, this guy, this Edomite, I'm gonna probably say I'm probably gonna say he's an Edomite, right? His spirit definitely doesn't seem righteous at all. So, as he said, this guy, this speaker, is saying the reason they're doing this digital ID stuff is to protect minors. And that's not true. Really, it's just a reason to, what's it called? To basically seek into your private life. This is reason to not give you privacy. And it says right here that this guy also wants to do in case if anyone breaks a law. Now, what laws are these guys talking about? Right? And this is why it says in Amos chapter 8, verse 11, that there's going to be a famine at the word. Because according to this guy, a crime is probably going to be speaking the word of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And he's saying these things about a digital ID wallet, right? Well, according to an ID wallet, what does it mean? Well, it means exactly this. In Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right. So, eventually, this things of digital wallet, digital ID, having to identify your age, because they say they're doing it because you're a so-called minor. All of those reasons lead to the charagma, right? Which is the Sihip. As it says, and he calls it all, but small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads, right? So Edom is causing these terrible situations, right? These grievous situations to happen. Now it says in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, right? So people are mourning at the leadership of these so-called white people, which, is really Edom, right? And we're going to start seeing through later on that these laws are just going to get more draconian and more draconian and more draconian. And eventually, your life is going to be put on the line, whether you want to serve Yahweh Shai or whether you want to serve the God of this world, right? So what do I mean by your life will be on the line? Well, when that guillotine comes out, you're going to accept Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, right, and his testimony, or there is going to be people that take the charagma because they love the world. And I hope this lesson was very edifying. And all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.